I'm an astronaut. I flew on the space shuttle twice, and I lived on the International Space Station for almost 6 months. People often ask me the same question, which is, what's it like in space? As if it was a secret. And space belongs to all of us. And I'd like to help you understand why it's a place that is magic for all of us. The day after my 50th birthday, I climbed aboard a Russian capsule in Russia and launched into space. Launching is the most dangerous thing that we do, and it's also the most thrilling. 3, 2, 1, liftoff. I felt every single bit of the controlled fury of those rocket engines as they blasted us off the Earth. We went faster and faster and faster until after 8.5 minutes, on purpose, those engines stop. Kabunk. And we are weightless. And the mission and the magic begin. Dimitri and Paolo and I are circling the Earth in our tiny spacecraft, approaching the space station carefully. It's an intricate dance at 17,500 miles an hour between our capsule, the size of a smart car, and the space station, the size of a football field. We arrive when those two craft dock with a gentle thunk. We open the hatches, have sloppy zero-G hugs with each other, and now we're 6. We're a space family, an instant family. My favorite part about living up there was the flying. I loved it. It was like being Peter Pan. It's not about floating. Just the touch of a finger can actually push you across the entire space station. And then you sort of tuck in with your toes. One of my favorite things was drifting silently through the space station, which was humming along at night. I wondered sometimes if it knew I was there, just silent. But sharing the wonder of that with the crew was also part of what was important to me. A typical day in space starts with the perfect commute. I wake up, cruise down the lab, and say hello to the best morning view ever. It's a really fast commute, only 30 seconds. And we never get tired of looking out that window. I think it reminds us that we're actually still very close to Earth. Our crew was the second ever to use the Canadian robotic arm to capture a supply ship the size of a school bus containing about a dozen different experiments and the only chocolate that we would see for the next 4 months. Now, chocolate aside, every single one of those experiments enables yet one more scientific question answered that we can't do down here on Earth. And so it's like a different lens, allowing us to see the answers to questions like, what about combustion? What about fluid dynamics? So important. Now, when the space station would go over Massachusetts, my family would run outside and they would watch the brightest star sailing across the sky. And when I looked down, I couldn't see my house, but it meant a lot to me to know that the people I loved the most were looking up while I was looking down. So the space station for me is the place where mission and magic come together. The mission, the work, are vital steps in our quest to go further than our planet, an imperative for understanding sustainability here on Earth. I loved being a part of that, and if I could have taken my family with me, I never would have come home. And so my view from the station showed me that we are all from the same place. We all have our roles to play because the Earth is our ship. Space is our home. And we are the crew of Spaceship Earth. Thank you.